Hey guys, and welcome back to the greenhouse. Today we are outside. I will definitely not be needing this hat. Let me show you what the temperature is in here. So we are at 80 degrees. Our high has been 104. Our low is still 29 degrees. Even with the greenhouse closed up, because we don't keep it heated, or at least we're not keeping it heated this year, it is dropping down pretty low. So we don't have anything out here right now, except for all of our things that are dormant. Today we're going to be talking about seeds in zone 7 that you can be starting at the beginning of February, so right now. I'm just going to run through these real quick and show you guys the specific varieties that I'm planting. Obviously different varieties you may need to plant a little bit later or may have already started a little earlier. We already have things started like our onions, peppers, carnations, snapdragons, stuff like that in the house, and these things will also be started inside and will be moved out here within another couple weeks after they've sprouted to kind of acclimate them to being outdoors at the beginning of March. So to start, celery. This is a great one. This one freezes really well. It's good for soups, stocks, things like that we use a lot in the winter. So I'm going to be planting a bunch of this. Up next is kale. I really love kale. I'm going to be planting this variety as well as my dinosaur variety just because they are a little more cold hardy and take a little bit longer to grow. I will be starting a couple other varieties of kale a little bit later in February, maybe early March. Up next is spinach. So I have round leaf spinach, and then I have this long-standing spinach. So I'm going to start both of these. Another great one, bok choy. This is great in soups, great in stir fries, things like that. So I'm going to plant a bunch of these as well. Up next, we have something that I recently just started planting last year, and I absolutely love it. It is Swiss chard. So I have two different varieties. I have ruby red, and then I have Ford Hook, which is a lighter white stem variety. These make a great substitute for coleslaw instead of cabbage. Another thing we've used them for is wraps because the leaves get really big. You can fit a ton of vegetables and protein in them and roll them up and cut them in half. And like with most things that we grow, the goats love them. Up next are going to be a couple flowers. So to start, pansies. Pansies are super cold hardy. These are some of the first flowers next to our snapdragons that come outside, and they hold up really well against the cold. And our final one we're going to be talking about is poppies. So these are an orange California poppy. Poppies come in all different kinds of colors. We're going to be planting these ones this year. The thing about poppies is when you plant them, you want to just put them right on top of the soil. They don't need to be covered. They need a lot of light. You can sprinkle some vermiculite over the top, which will help keep them moist until they sprout. They also don't like to be transplanted. So I try and plant just a few per seed cell. That way I can pop the whole cell out. I don't really mess with it very much. And then I just drop it right into the ground or wherever I'm planting it. And they usually turn out pretty well. Also, real quick, I wanted to do an update on the seed jugs. I was checking them over earlier. Not that one. Is it this one? I don't know if you can see it in there. If I can figure out a way to edit it correctly, I will circle the green sprouts that are popping up. I'm not exactly sure what's in here, so it'll be a surprise for both of us. But we do have things popping up in our seed jugs now. If you did not see the video about us doing our winter seed sowing, I will link it up in the corner. And all right, like I said, that was going to be a quick video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to get to planting these, and I hope you guys are planting too. Have a great growing season, and I'll see you next video.